after Richo built his canopy, I decided that my 1000mm canopy just was not long enough for me. So I decided to go the same length as him. He did a few things differently to what I'm gonna do. So hopefully it all works out and we'll see how we go. So let me show you how we made this happen.
So going on top of the canopy, Vic Off-Road, I've been good enough to send us up the San Hema Calibrari Z rooftop tent. This is one of the ones that opens one way and then opens up. So it's actually a very big tent, about twice the size of a normal hard shell rooftop tent. So very keen to unbox this and get it up on top of the canopy.
Yes.
All right, let's go. So we don't know terribly much about these sort of rooftop tents. We do know that it's brand new. There's not many of them in Australia. And so I'm very keen to see how this fits. We're going to have to work out how the awnings go on and all those sort of things. Going to use the hoist, little electric thing we bought from Bunnings for the other rooftop tent on my car. We're going to lift this up here and suspend it, drive my car out, bring Ando's car in. We're going to put the other roof rack of his car on top of his new canopy, and this is going to go on to that roof rack. That way it should clear the canopy doors. And then we'll open it up and give you a look at this tent because it looks sensational. So in the meantime, I'm going to hoist this.
Richo is currently having a nana nap because it is Boxing Day and the bloke has not been holding back on Christmas lunch. So he's deserved a well-earned rest after the big year, but that doesn't mean that the channel stops. So I'm going free balling today, like as in I'm going solo. He'll come back later on. But pretty much what we're up to is the false floor stage of the brand new canopy. Pretty much this is a 1650mm jack-off canopy from MW. Nothing wrong with the 1000mm one, it's just, I just need a sort of more dry room inside because when I go away with someone, I was finding I was packing a lot of the stuff in, it just wasn't working out that well. Like I didn't need that much tray space going away camping, so this works out really well. But with that comes yet another canopy build on Mudboards and Beers. As you can see from the floor to the top here, there's a bit of a gap and it's actually about 50mm. So what I need to do is I need to create a false floor so I can pull out my fridge, pull out my drawers without it obviously hitting. And I like using timber. You can use other stuff if you want. I like using timber as my base. Like I know Richo, as you've seen in a previous video, use like an alley base. Nothing wrong with that at all. I just like doing timber. Timber's a little bit cheaper, not that much heavier, so I can't see anything wrong with it. And then when you use ply on top, you're very versatile in your setup. Like I changed a lot in my 1000mm, so you're able to, you know, take it off, screw it somewhere else type thing. So pretty much what I've done, as I said, it's a 50mm. So I just grabbed some 70x35 pine, just from Bunnings, picked that up. So that's going to give me, obviously, a turn on its side, gives me my 30, and then, 35, sorry. And then I picked up just some 12mm non-structural ply as well. So they'll raise it up, and then on top, I'll have a bit of marine carpet. So we should get us right, finishing nicely and flush, which should be all good. So pretty much what I'm going to do is I'm going to like space these timbers out evenly. I only got 3. You probably could have gone with 4, but I am left, like these are a 1.2 length and I needed like 1500 or 15 something. Forget what it was, so I'm just going to use the offcuts at the end of each one as a fourth piece along the edge. Like obviously if you wanted a solid piece, do that, but I just didn't think I needed all the excess length. So that's my sort of thinking behind it. And then I just had to use, I ended up having to use 2 pieces of ply, just with the size of it. You had to cut one and then it just missed out by the other one, so that's all good. So what I'm pretty much going to do, I'm pretty much just going to cut these to length, run some liquid nails on top, underneath, which I found was best, and then just put them down whereabouts I want them. Then after they're set, I'll mark out where they are, put the ply on top, a bit more liquid nails for Justin, and then screw it down, and hopefully it should be that easy. So we'll see how we go anyway, and yeah. Now sorry for the different camera angles today, but it's currently around cats and dogs outside, so everyone is inside. I don't have room to cut the timber outside, so I'm just gonna work with what I got, and there we go. Just like that. Oh. Wood. Cut twice, measure once. See how she fits. Like a glove. Probably could get a smidgen off that actually. It's pretty tight. That's alright. It's sort of what you want anyway. It's sort of, you know, get as close to tight as you can, then liquid nails won't really matter. Anyway, 1 down, 3 to go. Rightio, so I've got my 3 pieces now, all cut to cut the length, so that fits in there beautifully, as expected. Now, this is just rough at the moment, so that's roughly ish, probably not actually. I'll probably go like there, one there, because you don't want to put it right in the middle, because obviously, you know, you've got this latch here, so that could get in the way. So we're gonna go like that. And then, as I said before, these are just going to sort of go against each other. Like that sort of thing. So I was like, you know, it's pretty bloody close. Gotta cut that one down, but that'll go like that. So all I'm gonna do now, once I figure out, like, I'll actually, you know, try and get these sort of in line and spaced evenly. I'm pretty much just going to run a bead of liquid nails down it, flip it over, put something heavy on it. Maybe Richo might come out and give a hand after that. And yeah, get to it. Rightio, so unfortunately I forgot to turn the microphone on to show you when I was showing you the floor joist, the supports underneath the plywood here, so sorry about that, but anyway, I'll try again. So as you can see from the back here, I've got it all screwed down. I've gone with about 5 screws. Went about like 30 mils, just so it gets through the plywood pretty easily, then a good grip into the timber without obviously going through. So I've done about 5 on each row, just keep it nice and solid. I did have to put a fair few nogs at the back here because, as you can see, I've cut it widthways when I should have cut it lengthways, so that's my bad. But anyway, fix it up, so that's nice and solid now. So what we're going to do is we're going to notch out where the lock goes. I'll show you how to do that, and then it's carpet time. So pretty much, as you can see here, we're inside the canopy, and that's the locking mechanism there. So first what I do is I push that down from the inside, and see how you give yourself just a little bit of breathing room, because obviously you got to also include this top part coming down as well. So I may even go a little bit more than that. That's pretty much the first step. And then once the first step is, lift that up out of the way, bring it down straight, and then once you bring it down straight, you also, there's that other mark there, so you can see I've given myself plenty of breathing room there. I could probably go a little bit less, to be honest. Yeah, well, I'll make that into a square and cut it out. Rightio, so I've got it all marked out in my square now that you can sort of see. So what I'm gonna do is just get the multi-tool. The blade is a little bit thicker than what I want it to be just on the edges here. So all I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna sort of go from the angle here and notch in a line, and then I've just pretty much just sharpened up a chisel and I'll just chisel it out like that. So without further ado, just like that. So then all we do now is get our chisel. Ah! Oh, that hurts. I don't care who you are. That hurts. Let's try the other way. Try and get. That's what we want. That might be easier now. I'm no trained professional. I'm just having a bloody crack. Boom! Let's try and get that out. Rightio, I think a few minor adjustments, but that's pretty much what we want. Nice square, cut how it is. We'll just, we'll get rid of that bit. That's just a little flail bit there. But yeah, all good. So with all the prep done and the false floor in and carpeted, it is time to build out the inside. But we are going to do all that and show you guys the finished product next week in part 2. So make sure you like and subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss it.